everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Monkeying Around Reviews. Today, we are going to show the difference between the Amazon Echo Dot and the Vobot. Now, you can look at these and see that they look a lot alike, but there is a main difference. There's a screen on this one. They are about the same size. This one is 3¼ inches in diameter, and this one is 3½ inches in diameter. So if you put them close together, you'll see that there is a little bit of a difference there, but it's not much. On the Dot, you have 4 buttons. You have your volume up, your volume down, a mute button, and then the talk button, which you don't need to use the talk button anymore because you can use the wake word. On the back, there's power, and there's a little port for an exterior speaker. The Vobot has a lot of the same. On the back, you have your volume up and your volume down, a port for the headset jack, and then you have a mute button there, and then here on top is your action button, like the single dot here on the Dot. So there are 2 main differences on here that you can see right away. This one is, it has a screen. This is more of an alarm clock than this is. Of course, you can use them both as an alarm clock, but this has the date and the time and a lot of other information that shows up on here. The other big difference is this one uses a wake word, where this one you have to use a button, kind of like the Dot used to be. So I can yell Vobot, 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 or Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. As you see, this one turned on, but this one didn't do anything different. A really nice thing about the Vobot that the Dot cannot do is I can unplug it. So power out, you can see that it says it's unplugged. There is a battery built into here, so that's good for a few things. I can go from room to room with the Vobot and it still works. Or if there's a power loss, the alarm clock will still work with the Vobot. So that is a positive with the Vobot over the Dot, is the battery backup in here. And the battery does last for a pretty long time. I'm going to leave it plugged in for now. And we're going to just look at a little bit of the differences of how this works. So it has a lot of the same controls. I can tell Alexa, set volume to 6. Set volume to 6. So now you see a readout that says volume 6, and it also went ding, which tells me that it's the same. So now if we want to hear the difference in the volume, I'll say, Alexa, what's the temperature inside?
75 degrees.
What's the temperature inside?
75 degrees. So
the Vobot does seem a little bit louder than the Dot does, but once again, this is made to be an alarm clock, so it wants to have a good speaker because it's going to use music to wake you up. So if we're going to turn this all the way up, Alexa, set volume to 10. Set volume to 10. So now they're both set all the way up. So we'll say, Alexa, what's the temperature inside?
It's 75.
What's the temperature inside?
75 degrees.
So you can see that's a lot louder. It has a little bit of a muffled sound. I don't know if that's because I'm behind it right now or if you're hearing the same thing. But I always keep it down a little bit lower, especially since I have this by my nightstand. I don't need it all the way up. So we'll put it back to 6 where I like it. Set volume to 6. Set volume to 6. So there you have it. So you see that they do work a lot alike. So we'll play a little bit of music so you can hear the difference of that. Alexa, play Survivor.
Getting Survivor Station from Andy's iHeartRadio account.
And here's the volume from the Amazon Dot at volume 6. Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, volume 6. Alexa, cancel. Play Survivor Station.
Getting Survivor radio station from iHeartRadio.
So here it is playing at volume 6 on the Vobot. Set volume to 10. Where it's a lot louder than it is on the dot. Set volume to 6. So that right there shows you that the Vobot is a lot louder than the dot when it comes to playing music. Cancel. So next we're going to show the difference with the alarm clock, which is the biggest feature of the Vobot over the dot. Alexa, set alarm for 11:46.
Is that 11:46 in the morning or in the evening?
AM.
Alarm set for 11:46 a.m.
So here you see the alarm was set and went right off, so that was actually good timing. All you have is the audio and the ring of light, and then obviously you can say, Alexa, snooze.
Okay, snoozing.
So now Alexa's snoozing. You can also cancel the alarm. Now here on Vobot, it's still 11:46, so set alarm for 11:47 a.m.
Alarm set for 11:47 a.m.
So now we're going to wait for the little bit of time. It should have a countdown on there right now because I have it set for the last, I think it's 5 minutes. I've told it to give me a countdown because of a 5-minute snooze. I want to know what's left. This has a couple of different features for turning off the alarm or for snoozing it. Right now I have it by pressing the button on the top. It's going to snooze. You can also snooze it by taking its face and laying it down. So here's the alarm. So the alarm's going off on time. You have a little alarm clock going off there showing you the time. So if I want to snooze it, I just can hit this button. And now it's snoozing. And it's saying snoozed. And it's going to go off again in about 5 minutes. And there's the countdown. So once again, like I was saying, you can tell it to snooze by the button on top, or I can take this whole thing face down for a few seconds and that snoozes it as well. And then to actually turn the alarm off, which I'll show you in a second when it goes off in 5 minutes, you actually just grab the face and that turns off the alarm. So it actually needs something done to it to turn it off. All right, so the alarm's about to go off again. Here it is. It starts gradual and then gets louder. And this time we're not going to snooze it. We're going to turn it off. So you're just going to grab the face. And as you hear, it just turned off. And that's it. The alarm's been turned off. So there is no accidental, do I snooze it? Do I turn it off? There's 2 separate ways that you can do it. And in the software, which is either done by an app or you go to the website, myvobot.com, you can go in and tell it exactly what you want it to do. And if you want what you want the hand grab to do, the button press to do. Actually, everything you see here on the screen that's been rotating, I just have it doing the time and the day and the alarm. You can actually go into myvobot.com or on the app, and you can pick and choose whatever you want on there, including the battery, the date, the time, world clock. There's a whole bunch of settings that you can do inside here for this to do. So right there's just some basic differences between the Vobot and between the Amazon Dot. I think they're both really good pieces of equipment. They have their reasonings to be where they are. I have a couple of dots throughout the house, so I can just say Alexa and then it answers the question. And then you have the Vobot that doesn't work on voice control, which I like having in the bedroom because 1, it's an alarm clock, and 2, it's not always listening for when I accidentally say its name and I didn't want it actually to talk back in the middle of the night while watching TV or something. So I personally like that you have to hit the button on the Vobot because I use it as an alarm clock and it's sitting right by the bed. And those of you that have concerns about privacy issues and this always listening, this gives you the ability for it not to always listen because you have to hit the button for it to work. So if you have any other questions about the Vobot or the differences between the two, let me know. Ask in the comments below, email me, whatever you want to do. I love this thing and I love talking about it. So please go ahead and ask. I'll answer it to the best of my knowledge. One of the things I did forget to say is the Vobot is constantly being updated. I would think probably at least once a month or every other month there is a firmware upgrade that's happening to this. If you send them an email saying, I wish it could do this or this happened, they're pretty quick about trying to fix it, or if there's enough people that are interested in the feature that you've requested, we'll look at adding that feature. So yeah, take a look at the Vobot. I highly recommend it. Like I said, ask questions below. Subscribe to follow all the new videos that I'm posting. I'll put some more Vobot videos on there as there's new features that are added. So like I said earlier, make sure you comment below if you have any questions or comments about the Vobot. And as always, make sure you subscribe.